Hello, Biloxi! You're now tuned in to the WRYAT Beach Party 2022, sponsored by Pudd Beer. We are broadcasting to you live from the beautiful opaque shores of Biloxi, Mississippi, home of the Biloxi Shuckers and the infamous Golden Nugget Casino. We're here with several of WRYAT's most famous personalities today to provide you all with a live variety show that will knock you dead. And who better to host such an occasion than the most famous WRYAT personality of them all? You know him, you love him, a man who needs no introduction but will get one anyway, the #1 media correspondent of the Gulf South and winner of the coveted National Journalistic Integrity Award for 2021 and 2022, WRYAT's own most beloved daytime on-air DJ. You can't spell gumbo without him. Give it up for Himby Jimby!
Howdy, y'all. How's everyone doing today? We're about to have a lot of fun here at this year's WRYAT Beach Party. But before we get started, we got to give a huge thanks to this year's sponsor, Pudd Beer. I don't know about you, but I just love a good ice-cold Pudd. In fact, it's the only beer I can stomach. So if you don't have one already, and if you're 21 or older, grab yourself a complimentary Pudd from the Pudd Open Bar Tent, and let's give a toast to the greatest sponsors a radio station could ask for. To Pudd! That was a bit warm for my taste, but
Himby?
Holy shit, Donnie, Himby is dead.
Shh! We don't know that yet, Ronnie. He could just be napping. Attention, everyone. Chill out. Himby Jimby is just taking his iconic 2 p.m. nap. Looks like WRYAT forgot to schedule around that. Haha. So right now, what we want you all to do is just relax and go grab yourselves another Pudd from the Pudd Open Bar Tent while we get MB backstage and get this all sorted out. Grab his legs, Ronnie, come on. Okay, right here. All right, let's go. Let's put him down here.
So, you were saying he might still be alive there, Donnie?
Oh, no, God, no. He's dead as hell. You called it right away. But we can't afford to panic the good people at WRYAT, not with that union vote still up in the air.
Good point there, Donnie. God, I'm just glad we're finally going to get those results tonight.
Hey, you and me both there, pal. Once we're officially members of the National Association of Broadcast Employees, Technicians, and Boat Enthusiasts, we won't have to put up with any crap from the WRYAT brass no more.
Speaking of which, what are we going to do here? Should we Weekend at Bernie's this?
No, that would be too obvious for a season finale. But I do know that this shit is way above our current pay grade.
What even happened to him?
Well, he died, Ronnie. Obviously.
Yeah, I know that, but like, how?
Oh, well, I don't know. Himby was close to our age, but he was in good health. The only medical condition he had was IBS, but that's not fatal. And he never exhibited any suicidal behavior on a regular basis, so that really only leaves the one option I can think of. Foul play, the big M. Murder.
Oh, no. But who would want to murder Himby Jimby?
I don't know, Ronnie. We're not homicide detectives.
Yeah, boat's a more thing, huh?
Exactly. If a boat did it, we'd know for sure. But this is definitely not a boat or boat-related murder.
Right. There aren't any boat tracks anywhere that I could see, so maybe this was a people murder.
Maybe so, Ronnie. Maybe so.
Who do we know that's good at people murders?
Oh, what about that gangster love guy, Tommy Tulips?
Nah, he's back in jail. Plus, he's more good at actually murdering people, not figuring out who murdered people. Well, unless it was him, of course.
Okay. Oh, how about those new girls who do that true crime brunch show? Holly and Amber, I think it was? They seem pretty heels over head for this kind of murder investigatory shit.
Hey, great idea there, brother. I'll go grab him.
Ah, shit. We had a whole bit planned with you and everything, Jimby. You son of a bitch. Why'd you go and get murdered to death? Who did this to you? Who?
Okay, here they are.
What in the fuck is this? We weren't even close to done at the Pudd open bar tent yet. What the fuck?
Yeah, we're not up for at least 3 more acts. What the fuck?
Oh my god. Oh my god, is that Himby Jimby? What the fuck?
What the fuck? He's not actually dead, is he? We thought that was a bit.
He better not be dead because we are not here for that.
Actually, that's exactly what you're here for. Because we don't think Himby Jimby is dead.
We think he was murdered.
Fun.
And as the WRYAT resident crime experts who aren't currently in prison, we figured maybe you guys could help us solve this.
But like, by helping us solve this, we mean more like solve it yourselves.
Yeah, Ronnie and I really only know about boats, so unless Himby Jimby pops back to life with a boat or boat-related question, we're pretty much out of our element here.
So what do y'all say? You could get a whole featured show out of it, I bet.
I say you should call the cops. We're not actually like fucking detectives. We're just true crime super fans who do a true crime super show. Besides, if the cops haven't already been called, then does this even like technically qualify as a crime yet?
Hold up, I'm in there, Hall Dog. Sidebar.
They have a sidebar here too.
Oh my God. Soup's funny queen. But on the real, this could be like the opportunity of a lifetime. I mean, Himby's coveted on-air daytime slot is now tech available. Too soon. I know. I'm bad. I'm so bad. But on the real, for real. If we solve this mystery and pull this off, then we could make a real name for ourselves. Not just as true crime fans, but as true crime solvers.
Well, I would prefer that to calling murder victims' family members and offering to solve their unsolved cases or accusing them of being real murderers. They're so uncooperative.
And like downers.
Big time downers. Like, hello, I'm trying to bring you closure here. I know you didn't put a knife in your son, but you sure put the kill in Killjoy.
Soup's funny queen. But on the real, for real, like really real, what do you say about solving this true crime?
I say I'm in. Am bam, thank you, ma'am. We would be dumb to pass up an opportunity like this.
Amber heard that. Sidebar adjourned.
Okay, boat bros, we'll do it.
We are now here for it.
Oh, that's great news.
It sure is. Thank you, ladies, for agreeing to lend your expertise to this sensitive situation.
No probs.
All right, then.
So, what are we gonna do now?
Well, how hard could this case be to solve? We all saw what happened, right?
Well, everyone in the crowd saw what happened.
And everyone at the bar.
Yes, and everyone at the Pudd open bar tent. I mean, we all saw him keel over, so what does that mean?
Oh, I know. That everyone who was backstage may be a suspect.
Right on, my Sherlock homegirl. We should interrogate them all like they do in the good bitch cop, bad bitch cop movies.
But there's like 30 or 40 people back here.
Yeah, no way we'd have time to do a segment with all of them. I mean, an interrogation.
Okay, well, like, round up the sketchiest ones then.
You guys, y'all better WRYAT for a while. Give us like the top 10 most sus people back here.
Perfect. I already have a list made up of the most Seuss or WRYAT personalities ranked from highest to lowest for such an occasion.
Awesome. Thanks for the list, Boat Bro Betch.
Okay. Since the list is already made up, we'll go from highest to lowest.
It looks like your names are both at the top.
Ronnie, why are our names at the top of the list?
I'm sorry. We was the first guys on the scene to have made a big deal about it. Like, the villain in a Scooby-Doo or somethings. And that just seems pretty suspicious to me.
We were the first guys on the scene because WRYAT didn't spring for any security, because they don't care about the safety of their performers, because that's why we're trying to unionize, remember?
It sounds like a likely story, huh?
Well, I never thought of it like that. You guess you're right, bro of mine. Besides, if we clear our names first, we can get back to the Pudd open bar then quicker.
You mean if we clear a name first? Bum, bum, bum.
That's literally what I just said. What the fuck you doing, Ronnie?
Hey, no more colluding on your alibi. It's interrogating time.
That's right. But we're gonna go grab another round of mimosas first.
And when we get back, it's Mighty Morphin interrogating time. Anyway, there's still a ravenous audience out there clamoring for Himby Jimby, and they ain't gonna get him. So, to avoid any unwanted unrest, why don't you break the bad news to them on our way out to the bar? Amberlicious? They need to hear it from someone gentle, like you.
Aw, thanks, bae. Is this thing on? Listen up, motherfuckers. Shit has hit the fan. Himby Jimby is fucking dead. Okay, well, all of you suspect sluts can suck it up because my baddest bitch, Holly, and I are on the case. It's a true crime brunch murder mystery, bitch.
All right, please state your names for the record.
This is Donnie D'Amico.
And this is Ronnie D'Amico.
And you're listening to our interrogation. So let's take that first question.
Whoa, enough of that boat shtick fuck talk, boys. Where were you when Himby Jimby was murdered?
We were watching him from backstage.
Yeah, we were up next. We even had a small bit planned with him to kick things off.
We were going to hand him like fishing lure and have him cast it out into the audience. And if someone in there had a boat or boat-related question, they'd bite on to the lure and he'd just reel them in for us.
We rehearsed it a ton of times back at the studio, but we had to stop after putting out an intern's eye.
Which intern? Maybe they were mad about it and wanted revenge.
Ooh, it wasn't the cute one, was it?
Nah, it was that kid Kevin.
Ooh, the ugly one.
That is a relief.
If anything, we did him a favor. Now there's just one less thing about his face to be ugly.
Enough jokes.
Yeah, time to get sirs. We know you and the one formerly known as Himby Jimby go back a long way.
You boys and Himby have been working at the station longer than anyone else here. Surely you've had to have some altercation in that time?
Great idea, Amberry. Let's force some drama into this.
Honestly, we always got along with Himby.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to get a little bit more recognition for our show in addition to getting along with them, like two for one or whatnot.
But Himby's carried this station on his back for years. Without Himby, there wouldn't be a WRYAT. And if there wasn't a WRYAT, then there very likely wouldn't be any boat talk.
Well, I'm pretty sure we would have found a way there, brother.
Thanks, Ronnie. Me too. Yeah, but the bottom line is Himby always had our back.
He even helped Donnie and I remember who we were after a particularly difficult struggle with alienation and loss of identity due to both of us coming down with a case of self-estrangement, which was itself brought on as a consequence of the division of labor and living in a society of stratified social classes.
That's exactly right. Himby was going to be our union leader, you know. He was always looking out for the workers of this station, and we were always looking out for him.
Well, except for today, of course.
Wait a minute, that ain't funny. The man is dead, Ronnie. And I doubt that there's anyone here that would want that less than us. Ronnie and Donnie D'Amico from Boat Talk.
I'm not sure if y'all did it or not. What do you think, Ambergris?
Well, even if one of them did do it, it would be a real shame to break up such a dynamic comedy duo. I mean, we're a show with two hosts too, Holly. How would we feel if someone came for our thrones?
You're right, Amber. Although Jail Talk would make a hella funny premise for a season of Boat Talk.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, and we were told it failed to capture the highly sought-after 57 to 75-year-old NPR and local radio parody podcast demographic.
The what?
Not important, but take it from me. I'd kill my own brother before I killed MB Jimby.
Hey! I'd kill you there too, pal.
All right, yeah. Y'all are free to go.
Oh my God. This has been fun. We should, do it again. Like a crossover or something. Yeah.
Yeah, solve this murder thing first, and then we'll talk. We all work together.
Deal.
Next suspect.
State your name, please.
Whippets, brah.
It says here on the list that your name is Randy Zimmerman.
Whippets, brah. I said call me Whippets. There's only one person who can call me Randy, and he died on stage, brah. So no one calls me nothing but Whippets. And it's Whippets only from now on. You feel?
Okay, we respect neo-pronouns on this show, so if you want to be called Whippets, we can do that.
But, what did you mean by how there was, one dead person who could call you Randy? Were you referring to Himby Jimby?
I didn't see anyone else dying on stage out there, did you?
I mean, this crowd was pretty tepid. I doubt even Anthony Scontrino could get a pop.
And he's hilarious.
Anyway, next question. Why did or didn't you kill Himby Jimby?
And why did he have permission to use your non-chosen birth name?
Yo, I'd never kill anyone, bruh. Not unless, the fate of humanity was, on the line because, demons or something. Or if they pissed me off. Now, my buddy Chewball, he snap you like a Slim Jim if you even so much as thought of his birth name. But me, nah, especially not the closest man to a father that I ever had, bro, dude.
Crocodile tears alert.
Have some respect, Amby. We're in the Gulf South, so they'd be more like alligator tears.
You're right. My bad, bitch. As in, my mistake, bitch. Though you are my bad bitch.
Aw, you're my bad bitch, too.
Everyone needs a bad bitch, bitch.
I guess you could say, Hemby was, my bad bitch, brah.
Oh, yeah, you're still here.
See, I was just another nobody HVAC sheet metal duck installer from McKenna until, Hemby Jimby hired me for a job at his pool house, dude. When I was there, we bonded over some things how necessary it is to have a working AC in the summer and how the summer weather is hot. He thought I had chops, so he took me under his wing. I got my first radio gig, dude, as a panel member on the political radio talk show Upright and Me, Whippets. Pretty sure that's what it's called, dude. But I never had to worry about that stuff. Not when Himby had my back. This staggering, successful man you see before you would not be here if it weren't for the great Himby Jimby. Ah! I'm sorry. I had some mucus in my throat, from when the tears of sadness, dude. It's on the floor now, though.
Gross.
Well, you sound like you really cared about Himby Jimby.
And if you're gonna just keep crying about him and making more mucus, then you're free to go.
Totally. When you hacked, I almost vommed.
Plus, we have a bunch more names left here on this list to interrogate, so we need to keep bodily fluids to a minimum.
Okay, thanks for listening, Lady Bras. Himby meant a lot to a lot of people. Heck, he was like even gonna be like the union leader, but like he meant the most to me. And I hope you guys figure out who done this so I can kick their ass. After that, maybe we could like hang out or something when you guys get off work. Y'all got numbers or what, bro?
Ew, we're both married, so we'll let you know.
I'm on the fence. It's been a dry month, if you know what I mean. And I ain't talking booze.
Let's get to the next suspect, Ambrosetta.
Yes.
Next suspect. So, Ambertini, our next suspect, is like one of our all-time faves.
OMGES, girl. I cannot believe us murderistas finally get to sit down face to face, mano a mano, with the famous fashionista of WRYAT herself, Lexi June Landry.
The goddess queen herself.
Yes, goddess queen. We are huge fans, Mrs. F.D. Lily. No surprises here for you, but you look absolutely stunning today.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for having me on your little interrogation thing. Love what you girls are doing. Keep it going, ladies. Hashtag sisterhood. Oh, we should do a collab post for Insta.
Such a great idea. Great idea. Lily love.
We could, get a pic of all of us with Himby's dead body.
Yes, and we could use the post to boost our Slay Yoga brand.
Yes, we'll wear our Slay Yoga brand, true crime yoga pants that have all the famous mugshots of notorious serial killers printed on them.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Have we decided what to dress the deceased in yet? Just because Himby's dead doesn't mean Tommy Bahama is, and Doug has plenty of shirts I'd like to bury.
No, unfortunately, we got roped into solving Himby's whole, murder thing.
Oh no, ladies.
I know.
Oh no.
I know. Okay, but fortunately, if we do solve Himby's whole murder deal, we can expand the True Crime Brunch brand and become like superstar detectives.
Oh, yay!
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 I know!
Well, I admire you gals for going out there and solving yourselves a murder mystery. Only thing I'm good at solving is what's going to be in style this season, so unfortunately, I don't know if I can be much help to you ladies.
Right. Obs. Totes, def, of course, but we did promise we'd at least vet some peeps. We totes already know you didn't do it, but just for shits and gigs, could there have been any reason you'd want the Himby Jimby dead?
No, wait. Well, now that you mention it, I never really was a fan of Himby's, to be perfectly honest, and he was never real partial to me either. He would get hung up on certain aspects of my show, Fleur-de-Lily, Fish and Fowls, and he would attack me by saying things like, Lily, these aren't fashion tips, they're dangerous right-wing talking points that are gonna get people hurt, and I was like, no. Anyone who listens to it can tell you I don't do politics. I do a fashion show. And sometimes I'm not afraid to speak my mind because, as we know, in today's climate, women need to speak up more often. And I just thought that Mr. Himby came off as kind of sexist for trying to silence me. I mean, just because you're an award-winning journalist with the #1 radio show on WRYAT doesn't mean you have the right to come down on Lily just because I'm a woman. I don't know. Maybe I was threatening to him as an empowered female with a growing platform. Not to mention that even though he was the face of WRYAT, my face is way prettier. Why should he even be on the billboard coming into the city from the causeway anyway? He was probably just jealous because he knew it'd be me up there on the next one. I know it was in the works. There were talks with the brass up top because I brought it up several times at staff meetings with the brass up top.
Wait, you don't think that Himby could have been murdered because he was jealous of you, do you?
Well, I mean, if you put it that way, anything's possible. Public opinion can be powerful, and he was angling for the whole silly union leader thing or whatever. Doug says unions are a good thing, but the three of us already know that men don't know shit. Am I right, ladies?
So right.
Yes, sisterhood is the only true union.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we're about done here. Leals got a lot of good info that's good for the case. But before we release you, I do have one final question.
What's that?
Can we get your autograph?
Only if I can get yours in return, ladies.
Yes. Okay, so it says here your name is Tedward Murphy, host of TED Talks, TEDx, and former co-host of Dorm Talk.
Yeah, dude, and straight up, I never really had a father figure when I was growing up. My actual dad was out of the picture early, and I turned to Slim Jims to cope.
Okay.
And my mom, God bless her, dude, she did her best, dude, but she was barely around to put a roof over our heads, which also made me feel guilty, you know?
We didn't even ask you a question yet.
I struggled in school, but somehow I made it to college, dudes, and that's when Himby Jimmy came into my life. He was doing a lecture in my communications class about radio broadcast journalism. It was like the only time I didn't fall asleep in that class, dude, and it wasn't because I was stealing my buddy Steve-O's Adderall and taking it all the time, although I was doing that a lot in that period of my life. Himby sponsored the WRYAT University program from way back in season 1, and that was how I got my foot in the door, dude.
Who's Steve-O? Is that the jackass guy?
OMG, you don't know him. Do you know him? You don't know him. Do you know him, though? You don't, right?
So Himby took me into the world of radio and showed me the ropes, dude. He could tell I was an apprentice without a mentor, and that's exactly what he became to me, dudes. A mentor. But I gotta tell you, he came on a little strong at times, so I was a little hesitant. Like a defense mechanism from all of my mom's boyfriends, you know?
Sure, but just letting you know, Holly and I are married, so...
Things were looking up for old Tedward, but I didn't give credit where credit was due, so when Himby Jimby told me I needed to consider going back to school to pursue an actual degree as a backup just in case the radio thing didn't work out, I kinda lost it, dudes. I lashed out, you know? I was yelling at Himby, saying things like, "You're not my father, dude!" And then I started dropping F-bombs left and right.
How do we make him stop, Amber Lance?
That was a few weeks ago. I was planning to bury the hatchet today at the beach party, since he's been so busy trying to organize the workers' union vote, but fuck, dude. Now I'll never get the chance to tell him how much he meant to me.
I'm sure he knew. Holly, do you have any questions for Sir Talks-A-Lot here?
So, Tedward, or Ted, is it? Answer me this. Do you actually know the Steve-O?
Yeah, dude, he's like my best friend. You want me to hook you guys up or something?
OMFing God, score. Give me his number right now for evidence.
You got it, dude.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Mr. Tedward. You're free to leave now. And Jesus, Holly, are you sweating?
Anyone else hot? It's hot in here, and your girl is boiling, and she needs to go cool down. Let's take a fiver.
I am here for that. Look, I totes get why there are so many unsolved murders. This shit is exhausting.
Okay, we're cool, we're calm, we're thriving, we're in our lane, and we're ready to interrogate our next suspect. Who's up to bat, Amsterdam?
We have here with us Mr. Pudlow from Russia.
Russia? Aren't we, at war with them or something?
No, but he probably helped steal the election from who would have been our first Madam president, Hillary Rodam Clinton.
Pudlow only been in America for a month. Himby Jimby signed work visa himself, but visa now expire and communicate with homeland of Russia very complicated moment.
What the fuck did he just say?
Speak English, not Russian. We don't understand you.
Pudlow speaking in English, yes? Do you know who killed Himby Jimby?
Oh my god, did he just say kill Himby Jimby?
Well, I got bad newski for you, ski, Ruski. You're too late. He's already dead. Russian spy.
Do you work for the Gremlin?
Pudlo not understand what is gremlin, but am very sorry at passing of him be Jimby. He was good man and fighting for Pudlo's right as worker for travel show on WRYAT radio station.
We aren't getting anywhere with this guy. I can't understand a word he says.
Well, if he can't speak English, then we can't get a confession out of him. I feel like we're just wasting our time at this point.
Yeah, and honestly, he's probably more afraid of us than we are of him. Okay, little guy, you're free to leave this place and go back to running your fucking Facebook disinformation campaign or whatever it is you fucking people do.
Pudlo free to go? Many thanks, women of brunch crime.
Sure, whatever. Just don't try to steal any more elections, commie.
You know what they say, commie. Better dead than red.
I think Himby would disagree.
Ooh, you're bad. Too soon, Ann Burlington cunt fuckery.
I know. So, for the record, your name is,
I think that's the king of Mardi Gras, Amberghini.
Well, just because he's royalty doesn't mean he's innocent. Plenty of kings have done some pretty fucked up shit. Like when King Aethelred II issued an order for all the Danes in England to be executed in the year of our Lord 1002.
That is fucked up, but it's not really a true crime, so...
Well, he is certainly not the king of speaking English, I can tell you that.
How drunk are you, Amberholic? 'Cause that was below par.
You're drunk. Oh my god. What is he talking about?
He's making even less sense than the Russian spy.
What are you saying?
Is there like anyone here who can understand king speak?
Excuse me. Pardon to interrupt the interrogation proceedings, but I, Fellatio, the king's loyal and most trusted translator, would be more than happy to act as communication liaison between you fine ladies and the king of Mardi Gras.
Did you say your name was Fellatio?
Just what are you implying with that name, dude? Is this supposed to be some sort of Squid Go Pro?
Yeah, what's your deal?
Well, as I said, I can translate for the king. Yes, my liege, I completely agree.
Wait, you can understand him?
Yes, that is what I was trying to communicate to you. Do you understand what I am saying?
I don't like this dude's tone, Amber Snatch. I think he needs a lesson in how we do things down here at the True Crime Brunch.
Aw, shit. Tell him, Holly Pop.
Listen up, dude. If that really is the king of Mardi Gras, and he really does understand what you say, then I want you to tell him this. If it turns out he's guilty, we'd both be willing to look the other way for writer spots and muses.
Oh, yes. Ball invite included, and we will be there for that.
Well, that's not really under the king's jurisdiction. You see, Muses is a private parade run independent of traditional Mardi Gras norms. It all began back in the year 2000.
All right. Well, then you're useless to us if you can't get us in. Thanks for nothing. Hope your king didn't, kill somebody today.
It's not all bad, girl. My husband's boss said she could get us some extra tickets to the ball at least.
Your husband still has a boss? That's cute.
You know, Emsby, sometimes you really hit below the belt.
No. I think it's sweet.
Whatevs. Okay, you're both free to go. Hey, blowjob guy, tell him he's free to go. We're done here.
Right. Come, my king, back to the Pudd Beer open bar tent.
No, WTO, GATT, NAFTA, MAI, IMF, and World Bank. No, we're on workers.
Well, that was pointless and like annoying. Who do I have next?
I don't know, but if it's another stupid person, I'm gonna be pissed. It says here your names are Boomer, Zoomer, and Karen.
Ew, such a dirty, hateful word. Karen.
Despite recent trends in pop lingo, I still take great pride in my name. Thank you very much.
Whatever, shut up. So, like, what's going on with you three? Are y'all like parents and son or something?
Or is this some sort of like kinky cuck and cub situation?
Oh, damn, and bimbo. I hadn't thought of that.
Wait, what? No, this little punk is definitely no heir of mine.
And what even is a cuck and cob anyway? Is that a corn dish?
Ooh, big yikes, sis. This is absolutely not one of those sexual situations. Though, I mean, no disrespect to anyone who's in one of those sexual situations. No, see, we are a trio of movie buffs and hosts of the Boomer, Zoomer, and Karen movie review show, so we can appreciate a good murder mystery. That is what this is, right? A murder mystery, and right now we're being interrogated to see if our alibis line up, right?
Something like that, I guess.
Well, fam, it may interest you to know that I have personally seen no fewer than 200 movies about interrogation, including the 2016 film Interrogation, as well as 150 movies in the murder mystery genre, including the 2019 film Murder Mystery. So, in viewing this tragic event through those parameters, I'm imagining myself as a character in a murder mystery movie who's being interrogated, and TBH, I think that will be very helpful for the case that you're building.
And I'm sure that it would if it weren't for the fact that, hey, fucko, this isn't a movie, this is real life. Someone is actually dead, and that someone is Hemby Jemby.
And someone killed that someone, and that someone is among us here today.
And we're the someones who are going to figure out just who that someone is, because that's what we do at True Crime Brunch, betch.
Betcha! True crime. So maybe it's better to think of this less like a murder mystery and more like a documentary?
Oh, would you knock it off already? Clearly, this is a murder mystery, like Clue.
Oh, I love Clue. Can I be Cher Horowitz?
I think you're thinking of Clueless, Karen.
Ew!
Oh my god. Why does he say it like that?
He uses the hard R and everything.
You better have a solid alibi if you're going to be going around slinging slurs like that in here.
A slur? No. You got me all wrong, fam. I'm the least problematic person I know. I would never use a slur.
What's so funny, old man?
Oh, me? Well, I'm usually the one who gets yelled at for using slurs, so it's nice to see my little woke friend here isn't as high and mighty as he thinks he is.
Okay, Boomer.
Oh, you hear that? You hear that? He's slurring at me now.
But isn't your name Boomer?
Oh, yeah, but he's using the hard R. It's my generation's words, not his. He shouldn't just get to have the same rights and privileges as my generation.
You believing that, I totally believe, is the understatement of the century for you, Boomer.
Stop calling me that.
Okay, whatever. Just shut up. Just shut up. Do any of you know what happened to Hemby Jimby?
Well, the answer to that depends on if I imagine myself as a character in a fictional murder mystery or as an interviewee in a nonfiction documentary.
Oh, here we go again.
I don't understand. Murder mystery? Documentary? Why can't it just be both?
No, documentaries don't function the same way as murder mysteries because they are generally nonfiction. Mrs. K.
Are documentaries not considered movies now?
That's exactly it, hon. Because documentaries aren't movies. Movies win awards, Academy Awards, Have you ever seen a documentary win an Academy Award?
Yes, for best documentary.
I knew you were going to say that. You know what? I really do wish we were leaving you on an uninhabitable planet like the lamestream media is telling everybody, because that's what you deserve.
No, everyone, shut up, shut the fuck up. Now listen, we need to stay on track here. Best way for us to do that is if all of you can stop thinking about the murder of Himby Jimby as some kind of entertainment.
That's right. This was a real crime. A true crime, if you will. And any true crime fan will tell you that a murder is a horrifying act with very real consequences that affect very real people. And as such, it is never supposed to be used as a source of entertainment. That's why Amber Gundy and I always try to impress upon our audience that murder is, in fact, very sirs biz.
Super sirs. Murmur is a super sirs bad biz. No.
Now, with all that in mind, what was y'all's connection to Himby Jimby?
And would, any of y'all have any reason to kill him? And if so, why?
Ooh, great follow-up, Abita Amber.
Okay, well, now that our vibe has been thoroughly checked, I can say with no cap that I never really knew Himby all that well, but I always appreciated his work. He definitely had my vote for WRYAT union leader with his bussy track record in advocating for human rights.
And that's the problem with you millennials. You think you know someone from what you read about them on all those hogwash socialist propaganda websites they got on the computers. You never took the time to actually get to know the man one-on-one.
So you knew Himby well, then?
Fuck that guy.
Okay.
Full disclosure, Himby and I dated in college for a bit, and Boomer's been awfully sore about it ever since he found out way back in the beginning of our relationship.
I'm not sore about it.
But I was.
Oh, Karen!
Oh, so now look who's using the hard R.
I didn't mean it that way, hon.
I'm just trying to have a little girl talk with the girls.
About a man you slept with, no less.
Another L for the Bechdel test, I suppose. SMDH.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Ambe Booty Betch?
If Boomer was jealous of Himby Jimby, and historically speaking, boomers as a generation do not want any successive generations to enjoy anything that they had, like upward mobility or membership in labor unions. Well, it seems personally to me, myself, and I, Amber, that Boomer here had a pretty good motive for killing Himby Jimby.
Oh, okay, you got me. There ain't no way I could have killed Himby Jimby on account of ever since I got the totally fake Joe Brandon Y2K virus known as Corona 2019. My body just ain't been as strong as it used to be.
It's true. He can barely lift any of his appendages anymore. And I do mean any of them.
Oh, you're bad, OG K-Queen.
Karen, they don't need to know that much.
I don't need to know that much.
Shut up, you. Listen, my body can barely handle movie reviews these days, let alone the murdering of one of the most beloved characters in the WRYAT canon, okay? Whom I may or may not have hated with a furious passion in the present for nagging with my then future wife in the past.
And I was secretly attracted to Himby, so I couldn't have done it.
Oh, you were you? Well, the secret's out now, Karen.
Chill out, Boomer. We've already established that this isn't an interrogation scene from a movie like True Romance. Well, apart from all the hard R's, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, he's just having another one of his little episodes. When he's done having his fit, I'll give him one of his hot pills.
Karen, please, pills.
You gotta relax, hun.
Maybe you should, give him the pills?
Yeah, we really don't want to have to deal with another murder RN. I mean, this one is bad enough.
It's fine, ladies. Booma knows he has to calm down and apologize before he gets his medication. Isn't that right, Boomy?
Maybe this, is a kink thing?
Whatever it is, they definitely seem to be leaning into it pretty hard.
Well, looks like your husband is once again going into cardiac arrest, Karen.
Ew! It's like a dagger in my heart, my ears, and my soul.
Yeah, if you're gonna keep being prejudiced against women, then we aren't here for that.
No. I'm not prejudiced against women. I love women in the abstract, that is, and only in a platonic way, of course.
Whatever, creeper. You and the rest of your big-o turd kink thruple can get out of our sight.
So are we free to go?
Yes, anywhere but here. And be sure to take your semi-dead husband and your sexist little twink lover with you.
You got me totally wigging here. I am high-key not a sexist. On God, fam, if we need to hash this out on record, I will hang back and take a polygraph to do so.
Poly nothing.
Get lost, perv.
Come on, Zoomy. Help me drag Booma back to the open bar tent. He's got to wash these pills down with something.
No, I am not a goddamn sexist.
Oh my God, leave now before we have you canceled, you sexist little piggy.
Go re all the way home, motherfucker.
All right, so, please state your name.
And the last time you bathed.
Yeah, that too. For the record.
Lupus Tim Guru the third, host the Loop Guru musical experience only on WRYAT. And the last time I bathed was sometimes last week. Ow!
Okay, that is enough of that.
Agreed. So, Mr. Loop, why did you kill Himby Jimby?
I am so sorry to tell you ladies this, but I hate to disappoint. But unfortunately, I did not kill Himby Jimby. Sure, he made some backdoor maneuvers that may have bumped me from my original time slot so he could have it instead. Because my show was on during the day, and that's when everybody has the peak listening hours and they listen to the radio. But he was always a good dude to me. Ow!
Stop. Ugh.
Right. Sorry.
So, Himby Jimby conspired with WRYAT against you to take your show's beloved time slot, and that didn't enrage you enough to murder him?
Confess, you filthy murderer.
No. That would be monstrous. And if Loop Guru is anything, it's not a monster. Even though Himby had my car towed when I accidentally parked in his reserved spot, which I wouldn't have done had my show not been bumped to the nighttime slot. You see, I couldn't see his name on the spot since it was so dark. And my night vision ain't so good these days.
You killed Himby Jimby over a parking spot? You animal!
So you're telling us you set it all up, deliberately parked your car in Himby Jimby's spot so you could get it towed, thus justifying in your sick and twisted head your decision to act on the murderous rage you felt towards Himby Jimby.
No, I'm a pacifist, a lover of the arts who would not hurt a fly. However, in an effort to apologize for having my car towed, Himby surprised me by buying me a new microphone, which is nice, but he threw away my old one, which wasn't nice. And I found it different ever since. No matter how much I adjust the levels on my soundboard, the new mic just can't give me the same old sound of my old mic used to. And that makes me a little mad. Not enough to murder Himby, but enough to turn into a whack coyote monster, which occasionally happens. Hunt him down in the black of night, pounce on him, and rip the flesh from his bones until he was killed dead. But I never do that on my own volition. Besides, Himby was on my side as a union leader elect.
Right. Well, FYI, I don't believe any of what you just said other than the part about you wanting to kill him.
Because you killed him! Murderer! Confess! Murderer!
And this is an open and shut case as far as I'm concerned.
No, I'm serious. I never murdered anyone. Someone else must have done it.
Doubt it.
Well, hashtag me too, but we do have only 2 more people to interrogate, and after yelling at this murderer, I'm kind of getting into it.
True. Now that I've unlocked my innate detective abilities and successfully identified Himby's killer, it does feel like we finally reached like a good flow state.
So let's assume this smelly loop guy did it. Exhibit A, because he definitely did. Exhibit B, however, we should still interrogate the last 2 people, because if we interrogate everybody on the list, our murder accusation against Loop will appear more valid, because our feelings are valid, and our feelings are our truth, and the truth is always valid. And finally, Exhibit C, all of the above.
Okay. I'll interrogate the last 2 names on the list with you, but only if we both promise to pin it on this guy in the end, regardless of what the other suspects say.
Done deal, Amber Cramps.
Well, if this ain't the criminal justice system for you, I don't know what is. Ow!
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
Okay, motherfucker, listen up. You're on our short list.
Because your name is one of the last 2 on it.
Hollers, the perps don't need to know where they stand.
Oh, yeah, right. Maybe. Now, let's attack this white privileged piece of shit together with everything we got and close out strong, sister.
Now stay your slutty white privileged name for the record, cunt.
Yeah, fuck him up, Shazamber.
Ah, yes. The name is Hank the Honda Lady, lead sports anchor of Y'all Things Considered on WRYAT, which, of course, stands for...
we all know what it stands for, you old-fashioned fuckboy.
We just want to ask you one question. When you killed Himby Jimby, why?
Ah, so... You think I did it then, do you? The dirty deed, the dalliance with death, the mother of all misdemeanors.
We know you did it, grand pussy.
Confess, you musty old murderer. Unless, of course, you didn't do it, in which case we can move on because we're like 99.9% sure we found our man.
Well, I can tell you this much. I didn't do it.
Perf, you're free to go.
But if I did do it, here's how. What if I told you a story you've never heard before? Because no one knows the story the way I know it.
Ooh, that's not really necessary.
It all takes place on the day of July 8th, 2022, and it concerns the murder of my... and it concerns the murder of my ex-coworker, Himby Jimby, and his young waiter friend, Ronald Goldman. I want you to forget everything you think you know about today, because I know the facts better than anyone. I know the players, I've seen the evidence, I've heard the theories, and of course, I've read all the stories. That I did it. That I did it, but I don't know I did it. That I can no longer tell fact from fiction. That I wake up in the middle of the night, consumed by guilt, screaming, man, they even had me wondering, what if I did it?
Okay, but you said you didn't do it.
Ah, but what if I did do it? Any investigator worth their salt would no doubt want to pursue that line of questioning with me as their suspect, yes? Consider all the angles, leave no stone unturned, chase every possible lead down, and ask each and every one of them, what if you did do it?
What if you did do it?
Well, sit back, ladies. The things I know and the things I believe, you can't even imagine. And I'm going to share them with you, because the story you know or think you know, that's not the story, not even close. This one story, the whole world got wrong. First, though, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Hank full name Honda, Hank to most people.
We know you're on the list.
Many years ago, a lifetime ago really, I was a pretty good football player. I set a few NCAA records, won the Heisman Trophy, and was named the American Football Conference's most valuable player 3 times. When I retired from football in 1978, I went to work for NBC as a football analyst. And the years ahead, I was inducted into both the College Football Hall of Fame and the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Wait a minute. I've heard these details somewhere before. This true crime he's describing sounds awfully familiar.
Duh, Amberito. That's because it's the true crime we've been solving all day.
No, bitch. Like, we've been over all this info already on a previous episode of a True Crime Brunch, bitch.
Okay, well, we've covered a lot of true crimes on our show, bitch. And they all start to run together after a while, bitch. So sorry for not identifying it right away, bitch. You don't have to call me a bitch, bitch.
Sorry, bitch. I love you.
That's okay, bitch. Love you too, bitch. Mwah. Bitch.
Bitch. Mwah.
Hey, sports ball bitch. Do you listen to our show? Are you spoofing us or some shit?
I did a little acting too, and for a number of years, I was a pitchman for Hertz, the rental car people. Some of you might remember me from the radio spots. I was always running late, pressed for time, leaping over fences and cars and piles of luggage to catch my flight. If you didn't see the irony in that, you soon will.
It sounds almost like he's reciting passages from a book written by some sports ball related murder suspect.
Are you sure, Ambrosia? He sounds awfully guilty. Like, if I read what he was saying in a book, I would think the author of that book did it.
Oh my god, yeah, 100% the author of whatever book he's reciting from totes did it. But this fucking fossil-ass sports ball reporter didn't kill Himby. And you wanna know how I know? When he first started talking like hours earlier, he mentioned some waiter, name not important, but some waiter getting killed along with Himby Jimby. I didn't see any waiters getting killed. Did you?
No, although if any waiters did get killed, clearly no one cared.
Okay, all right. Let's send this geriatric sports ball caster back to the nursing home where maybe the pictures of his grandchildren want to hear him talk.
Good call, Ambassador. Hey, hyperthymesia to sports ball. You didn't do it, so let us show you the door.
If you didn't know how to use it, here's how.
What? Finish so soon, but ladies, my tale of tales, the most famous murder story in the history of sports.
Sorry, sportsman, but your plagiarized story came up all gutter balls. As they say, after you shoot a double bogey in the third quarter of a tennis match.
Oh, touchdown!
She was setting me up for a you are out of here.
Oh, my apologies then. 1,001 pardons.
Dude, you need to leave.
Why?
Okay, Holly, this is our last suspect on the list. Let's keep it quick, wrap it up, pin it on the smelly dog man, and call it a day.
For sure. Then, like morning sun over a sparkling pitcher of sangria, so too will our profiles and net worth rise.
God, that's beautiful, alcohol-y.
Thanks, horror. Besides, I think this last one's gonna be easy. He's already ranked as the least sus on the list, and the dude hosts like a kid's show with puppets who talk about their feelings. Like, how dangerous could he be?
Ever heard of Elmo, bitch?
That was like one Muppet and a cast of several. Not all Muppets, Ambert and Ernie.
Okay, whatevs. Let's get this show on the road. Okay. Says here that your name is Mr. Lee.
What does the Mr. stand for?
Well, ladies, I wish I could tell you, but unfortunately, I've forgotten myself a bit over this past year. What with my internal complications and all, Mr. Lee left mentally and all that there is left of me is darkness and pain and misery. Now it's time to solve the mystery of who killed Himby Jamby.
Ooh, all right. You don't have to oversell it, creep.
Seriously, just tell us if you killed Himby. Just a Y for yes or N for no. You don't even have to give us the full word.
Oh, but I think I do. 'Cause today's word of the day is atone. As in, we all have much to atone for in today's sick world. Who's to say we didn't all kill Himby Jimby given the depravity we've allowed ourselves to sink into?
Oh God. Look, dude.
Well, Mr. Lee here might have a pretty good reason to see the one formerly known as Himby Jimby set off to thereafter prematurely. After all, this prospective union leader already destroyed one union. He stole my wife after laying with her at the 1994 WRYAT annual beach party sponsored by Pudd Beer. 28 years ago today, as a matter of fact.
Amberella, you know, if you keep saying shit like this, we're gonna have to reopen this case, right?
Please stop talking, sir. We already know who we want to pin this on, and you're being soups incriminating.
This was more of a formality than anything, it feels.
Mr. Lee doesn't feel much these days except for pain, sorrow, and anger, and...
Shit, he's in the third person now.
What do we do, Anne Benedetta, directed by Paul Verhoeven? What do we do?
You see, Mr. Lee here kept all those feelings of rage and resentment towards the Mr. and Mrs. Jimby bottled up inside over the years, where they could wreak all kinds of havoc on his innards, ultimately causing me to lose my place of residence, my car, and almost my life. Luckily, though, my handy-dandy friends were able to keep me alive with some dark magic.
Is that a sock puppet he's putting on his hand?
No, he's had it on his hand the entire time. In retrospect, def a red flag. Should have caught that sooner. Nobody's perfect, our bad.
Oh, it's got googly eyes on it.
And it looks crusty.
I had people inside me this year. You see, my own brother, in fact. Have you ever had your own brother inside of you?
Oh my God. Serial killer bullshit 101. Incest.
Incest? That's illegal.
Not in Mississippi Bay. And guess where we are?
Oh, no, ladies. My brother owns a shrink ray. Plus, the only incest I'd ever engage in is with my own mother.
Jesus Christ.
Would you like to meet my mother?
No.
Hey, why is he putting lipstick on the sock puppet?
Ladies, I'd like to introduce you to someone very, very, very special to me. Please say hello to Mother Lee. Say hi, Mother. Hello, gals. What's the good word, then?
That is not your mother. Sock puppets can't have human babies.
Yeah, and I don't think we need to do a DNA test on the sock to prove that.
Would you like to see me pleasure me boy while he fantasizes about his own deathum?
No.
Why is she British?
Now, Mother, we are guests in this here interrogation room. I think it would be best to first ask our host if it would be all right for us to engage in such affairs.
You know what? Knock yourselves out. Us bitches are gonna bounce. I think we have everything we need, and I don't want to stick around for what's to come.
You're so nasty, Amberotica.
Wasn't even trying with that one, Holly.
Oh, show you nasty. Take out the little floppy, me boy. As you wish, Mother. Guess they know who killed Himby, so I'm gonna have sex with Motherly.
Well, that was close and like fucked up.
I know. It's like if we were getting all those details secondhand on a podcast or a documentary or something, it would be fun. But like in person, a little much.
Big time, a little much. Anyway, you ready to round everybody up and tell them that dirty loop guy killed Himby Jimby?
Yes. Unless you want to change our votes to Mr. Sockfucker's neighborhood in there.
Nah. I think he's capable of doing even more fucked up shit the longer he's allowed to go free and untreated. And that could potentially provide us with a lot of content for our show.
Love dat, hear dat, feel dat, true dat, clap, hand emoji. Let's get everyone together and wrap up our first ever True Crime Brunch Murder Mystery Special.
Okay, listen up, WRYAT fuck specs. We've gathered you all here today because we True Crime Brunch co-weens have concluded our investigation into the murder of Himby Jimby.
That's great.
And spoiler alert, the murderer stands among you.
Before we reveal who the culprit cunt is, Am Blonde Brunette and I just want you all to know that solving this case wasn't quick or easy. It was long. It was hard.
That's what she said.
Stop. And our decision didn't come lightly.
That's what he said.
Okay, Amber. Okay. All right. We get it.
That's what they said.
Well, thanks for everything you've done here today, ladies. Now we can present all the evidence you collected to the mediation committee, who will then determine which pieces of information are most pertinent to the arbitration committee, who themselves will then determine a fair and just punishment for the murderer, unless, of course, we go to trial.
Just like Himby would have wanted.
Luke Guru did it.
What? I did it? But how?
Yep, that's the murderer, all right. The smelly dog man, what's his name? Case closed. Can we go now?
Really?
I never would have taken Luke for a murderer.
Yeah, he's like a pacifier. Wouldn't even hurt a fly.
Luke may be unkempt though, but he ain't unkind. Fuck.
He may smell like garbage, but he's not garbage. At least not garbage enough to murder Himby Jimby.
Fucking long hair. Doesn't surprise me at all. They all preach peace, but then they go and burn down your Costco. I hope he gets the chair.
Okay, Boomer.
Hey. That's discrimination in the workplace. Himby Jimby frowns upon you all.
Not that I'm saying you ladies didn't do your due diligence here, but I just don't think a lot of us believe that Luke did it. Can you do, a recount or something?
Unbelievable. After all the time and all the drinking we sacrificed to solve this mystery for you, and we're still not good enough? Well, fine. You want to recount? Let's take a vote right now.
All those who trust me and Amber Snaps, the leading experts on true crime brunch and host of True Crime Brunch, who also think that Loops totes did the murder, say aye.
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 Who said that?
Oh shit, it's the founder and owner of Pudd Beer, the sponsor of the WRYAT beach party, Dennis Arthur Pudd.
Sorry we didn't acknowledge you sooner there, Mr. Pudd. Today's been a bit hectic, as you can imagine.
No worries there, friend. Nothing we can't hash out over a nice cold Pudd.
You're right there, Mr. Pudd.
Hang on, wait a minute. Why are you so sure Loop Garou murdered Himby Jimby, Mr. Pudd?
Wait, is that what we're voting on?
Please, Mr. Pudman,
Don't send me to the arbitration committee. Anything is better than that. I will never survive.
Sorry to hear that, friend, but it's out of my hands. You heard what the true crime brunch lady said. You did this, and you acted alone.
Everybody hold on just a minute. We didn't close out our tabs last night, did we, Holly?
Shit, I don't think we did. But I was gonna tip 20 anyway.
But also, we didn't interrogate the sponsor of the WRYAT beach party sponsored by Pudd Beer and his influence over this whole event and his indifference to Himby's murder. They both seem super sus to me.
You got a point there, childish Ambino. But we interrogated every soups suspect on the list one of the boat bros gave us. For some reason, he wasn't on it.
Well, I didn't put his name on the list since he's not really a WRYAT employee. More like I don't know, business partner. But he was backstage when Himby died.
Yeah, and the last thing Himby did before he died was drink a Pudd beer.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He'd been drinking from a can of Pudd and had that can in his hand and everything when he collapsed.
Looking back, we should have started with an inspection of that can. Seems so odd in retrospect.
Oh my God. Sorry about that, everyone. This is our first investigation. So, you know, trial and error and hindsight's 2020 and all that. Anyway, does anybody know like where that can went?
Hey, what's that you're holding behind your back there, Mr. Pudd?
Nothing. Don't look at it.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm looking at it right now, and it's a can of Pudd beer. It's got Himby's name written on it.
Well, all right. You caught me. I was just trying to do my part to save the environment and place this dead man's can in the proper recycling receptacle, which is why I'm wearing these gloves. But if you want to accuse me of something unsavory...
Give me that. Yoink.
Well, shit. Should I call the Pudd Beer Law Team now, or what?
Oh, hey, this isn't an ice-cold Pudd. This isn't even a lukewarm Pudd. It's hot as hell.
Because it isn't a Pudd at all, Holly. It's a Pudd Lava IPA.
Yes, sir. Pudd Lava IPA is the hottest beer on the market. Fermented in a tank forged in tantalum carbide at the center of the fucking earth. Pudd Lava IPA is... Wait a minute. Himby Jimby didn't have IBS, did he?
He sure did. He rode with us here, and he must have stopped at every gas station, rest stop, or rest area on the way.
Yeah, he was pretty open about it. Did a whole special on it with kids who had IBS and everything for the radio. It was really touching. It took forever to record, though.
On account of everyone going to the bathroom all the time, you know.
So, the sponsor murdered the host?
What a fucking twist, Birkenstocks. This is gonna get us a shit ton of DLs.
Now wait just 1 second before you go pointing fingers at things you don't want to understand. What I want you to do is turn that can around and read the fine print on the back there.
Let's see. Surgeon General's warning. Pudd lava causes lung cancer, heart diseases, emphysema, may complicate pregnancy, and is most certainly never to be consumed by individuals afflicted with IBS, as it will kill them.
Huh.
Ha! Yep. As long as we let you know it'll kill you if you're weak as stomach, then we can't be held liable by anyone or anything, like a radio station, for example. Them's the rules.
I mean, It's a pretty big warning on the can. It even has like a skull and crossbones and everything that would scream, "This is bad." I mean, Himby had to have seen it, right?
For sure. Maybe he was suicidal or something. I mean, who would willingly drink a Pudd Lava IPA knowing it would kill them?
Himby, I guess.
I don't know. Something about this still ain't adding up.
Yeah, it just don't seem right that WRYAT would let the financial underwriter of this beach party finale off the hook for a death that their product was at least indirectly responsible for.
Well, did the union vote pass yet?
Not yet.
Well, all you employed folk are shit out of luck till then, I reckon.
Wait a minute, the union vote results. They're in.
Well, Ronnie, what's the word? Did we unionize? Can we pursue legal recourse for the murder of our coworker against the irresponsible business practices of the private company whose very existence we sustain?
Let me see. Typing in my passcodes. Opening up the old email here, and let's see. Nope. Got him.
So that's it? After all the strikes and the speeches and the Pete Seeger songs, no one's going to be held responsible for the death of a most beloved and decorated colleague?
Well, looks like our work here is done, Alapalooza.
You said it, intoxicated states of America. We close this case, and next we're gonna go close our bar tabs.
Peace, bitches. If you enjoyed our criminal investigation today, please consider donating to our Patreon.
Our Get Back Zodiac subscribers will receive a true crime brunch, 50 Shades of Blood, all red colored pencil set. See ya. It's been real.
Cancel that dentist appointment.
Guess I'm glad I'm not going to the arbitration committee. But a health plan sure would have been nice. Oh, well, I'm going to see everybody on Monday, okay? Oh, I see. Don't shut the car door so fast.
So, it's all over now, huh?
I guess so, Ronnie. I guess so.
Oh, come on, fellas. At least you're still employed.
But at what cost, Mr. Pudd? I mean, Ronnie and I did the organizing. I know for a fact that we had the votes, at least until today, when our union leader suddenly up and died.
Shh. The true crime brunch girls proved he wanted to die. He was suffering in silence and took his own life by his own accord. Doesn't matter who handed him that can of Pudd Lava IPA right before he went out on stage and told him to drink it. Now for the both of you, here's a complimentary Pudd beer gift/tote bag, complete with stickers, Slim Jims, and t-shirt.
Thanks, Mr. Pudd. Hey, Nito. Wait a minute. These are the same Pudd beer stickers the poll workers gave us at the ballot box where we went to go cast our union votes.
Hey, yeah, these are the same stickers. Hey, wait a minute.
Pudd Beer would like to officially thank you all for attending the annual WRYT Beach Party finale. If you or a loved one suffers from IBS, please consult your family physician before consuming a Pudd Lava IPA brand Pudd Beer. From New Orleans to Biloxi, please drink responsibly. This has been WRYT New Orleans Pirate Radio. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next season. And remember, if you have IBS, then use caution when consuming IPAs. I'd like to buy the world a beer, and that beer would be Pudd. It's a great taste that's not a waste, and I drink it with my buds.
I like to drink